Welcome to Tech Girl Kannada YouTube channel. Module 1 Introduction to C. A computer, in simple terms, can be defined as an electronic device that is designed to accept the data, process their mathematical logical operations at high speed, and output the result. Characteristics of computer. Characteristics of computer speed. Computer can perform millions of operations per second. The speed of the computer is usually given in nanoseconds and 1 picoseconds. The 1 nanoseconds 1 into 10 power minus 9, 1 into 10 power minus 12 is picoseconds. Accuracy. A computer is a very fast, reliable, robust electronic device. It always gives accurate results provided the correct data and the set of instruction or input to it. Hence, in the event of an error, only the user who has fed in the incorrect data or the program needs to held responsible. If the input is wrong, then the output will also be erroneous. In the computer terminology, it is known as garbage in, garbage out, GIGO. Automation. Computers are automobile devices that can perform a task without any use of intervention. The user just need to assign the task to the computer, after which it automatically controls different devices attached to it and executes the program instruction. Intelligence. Unlike humans, a computer never gets tired of repetitive tasks. It can continuously work for hours without creating errors. Versatile. Versatility is the quality of being flexible. Today, computers are used in our daily life in different fields. For example, they are used as personal computers for home use, for business oriented tasks, weather forecasting, space exploration, teaching, railways, banking, medicine, and so on, indicating the computer can perform the different tasks simultaneously. Memory. Similar to humans, computers also have memory, just the way we cannot store everything in our memory and need to secondary media such as notebooks to record certain important things. Computer also have internal or primary memory as well as external or secondary memory. Or secondary memory. While the internal memory for computers is very expensive and limited in size, the secondary memory is cheaper and bigger capacity. No IQ, although the trend today is to make computers intelligent by including artificial intelligence AI in them, they do not have any decision making abilities of their own. That is, their IQ level is zero. They need guidance to perform various tasks. Economically, using computers also reduce manpower requirement and lead to an elegant, efficient way of performing various tasks. Hence, computers save time, energy, and money. When compared to other systems, computers can do more work in lesser time. Stored program concept. All digital computers are based on the principles of stored program concept, which was introduced by Sir John Wall Newman in late 1940s. The following are the key characteristics feature of this concept. Before any data is processed, instructions are read into memory. Instructions are stored in the computer's memory for execution. Instructions are stored in the binary form using binary numbers only, zeros and ones. Processing starts with the first instruction in the program which is copied into a control unit circuit. The control unit executes the instructions. Instructions written by the users are performed sequentially until there is a break in a current flow. Input or output and processing operations are performed simultaneously. While data is being read and or written, the central processing unit CPU executes another program in the memory that is ready for execution. Types of stored program computers. A computer with a von Neumann architecture, referred to the figure 1.10, stores data and instructions in the same memory. There is a serial machine in which data and instructions are selected one at a time. Data and instructions are transferred to and from memory through a shared data bus. Since there is a single bus to carry data and instructions, process execution becomes slower. Later, Harvard University proposed a stored program concept in which there was a separate memory to store data and instructions. Instructions are selected serially from the instruction memory and executed in the processor. When an instruction needs data, it is selected from the data memory. Since there are separate memories, executions becomes faster. Here is the figure of von Neumann architecture: shared memory for instruction and data, separate memories for instruction and data. Here, shared memory consists of processor and the main memory. Address bus carries addresses, data bus carries data and instructions. Processor, main memory. But here in the separate memories, instruction memory, processor, data memory. Instruction memory, instruction address, instructions. Data address, read or write the data. Next, computer generations. Generation in computer technology is changed. In technology, a computer is being used. There are 5 generations of computer. First generation of computer, that is 1942 1956, vacuum tubes. This generation computer used thousands of vacuum tubes for circuitry for CPU, central processing unit. Memory requirements were met by magnetic drums. It took a lot of space, consumed enormous amount of power, generated a lot of heat. Also was extremely expensive. These computers used machine language. Machine language. Some computers of this generation were ENIAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC. Program input was provided by punch cards. Output were produced by papers. Input by punch cards and output by papers. Second generation computers, 1956 to 1963, transistors. Transistors were used that were cheap, consume less power, more compact in size, more reliable and faster. Magnetic cores were used as primary memory and magnetic tape and magnetic disk as secondary memory. These computers used assembly level language. Programmer could specify words and symbols as instructions instead of zeros and ones. Some computers of this generation were IBM 1620, IBM 7094. Third generation computer, 1964 to 1971, integrated circuits. Single IC has more transistors, resistors and capacitors along with the associated circuitry. This development made computers smaller in size, reliable and efficient. In this generation, remote processing time In this generation, remote processing time sharing multi-programming operating systems were used. High-level language Fortran, COBOL, BASIC, Pascal, Algol were used during this generation. Keyboard and monitor were used to interact with user. Memory capacity increase sustainability by the use of hard disk for secondary memory. Some computers of this generation were IBM 360 series, Honeywell 6000 series personal data processor. Fourth generation computers 1971 to 1980 microprocessor used very large scale integrated circuits having about 5000 transistors and other circuits elements with their associated circuits on a single chip. A microprocessor launched the fourth generation of computer with thousands of integrated circuits built onto a single silicon chip. Computers became more powerful, compact, reliable, and affordable. As a result, it gave rise to personal computer revolution, laptops, and smartphones offering gigabytes of memory compared to few megabytes. In this generation, time sharing real time networks distributed operating system were used. The high level languages like C, C++, DBase, etc. were used in this generation. Fourth generation computer also saw the development of graphical user interface, the mouse, and handheld devices. Fifth generation computer 1982 till date with ULS ultra large scale integrated integration technology, microprocessor chips having 10 million electronic components were manufactured. This generation is based on parallel processing hardware and AI. AI is an emerging branch in computer science which interprets the mean and method of making computers think like human beings. All the high level languages like C and C, Java, NET, etc., are used in this generation. Neural networks and expert systems have to be developed. Classification of computers. Classification of computers are classified as supercomputers, mainframe computer, mini computer, and microcomputer. In mainframe computers, there are two things: dumb terminal, intelligent terminal. In microcomputers, there are many types, that is, desktop, laptop, workstation, network, handheld. In handheld, there are two types: smartphones, tablet, PCs. Supercomputer. Supercomputer is the fastest, most powerful, and most expensive computer. Supercomputers were first developed in 1980s to process large amount of data and to solve complex scientific problems. A single supercomputer can support thousands of users at the same time. Supercomputers are mainly used for weather forecasting, nuclear energy research, aircraft design, automotive design, online banking, controlling industrial units, etc. Mainframe computers. Mainframe is a very large in size and is an expensive computer capable of supporting hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. The processor speed is measured in MIPS, millions of instructions per second. Use it for online transaction capability to handle large amount of data makes mainframe suitable for use in government, banks, financial institutions. There are basically two types of terminals that can be used with mainframe systems are dumb terminal, intelligent terminal. Dumb terminal consists of only a monitor and a keyboard. They do not have their own CPU, memory, and the use of mainframe systems, CPU, and storage devices. Intellectual terminal. Intelligent terminals have their own processor and thus can perform some processing operations. They do not have their own storage space. Mini computer. It is a multi-user computer system capable of supporting hundreds of users simultaneously. Mini computers are smaller, cheaper, and slower than mainframe. They're called mini computers because they were the smallest computer of their times. Also known as mid-range computers, the capability of mini computers fall between mainframes and PCs. The first mini computer was introduced by Digital Equipment Corporation (DEC) in mid 1960. The mini computers are used in small organizations or at department of a large one. Microcomputers commonly known as PCs, as very small and cheap. A microcomputer or PC is introduced by Apple and endorsed by IBM. This is a single user machine powered by single chip microprocessor. They are very powerful machines having gigabytes of memory. They are both used in standalone mode and in a network. A microcomputer takes the form of a desktop, notebook, laptop, or a notebook. Smaller laptop PCs today are powered by three types of OS: Windows 7, 8, and 10, Mac OS X, Apple, and Linux. They are used for engineering and scientific applications and for development, software development. PCs can be classified into following categories: desktop. The system unit of the desktop PC can be placed flat on a desk or table. It is widely used in homes and offices. Laptop are a small microcomputers that can easily fit inside a briefcase. They are very handy and can easily be carried from one place to another. Laptop operate on a battery and do not always have to be plugged in like desktop monitor computers. The memory and storage capacity of the laptop is almost equivalent to the of the desktop computers. As with desktop computers, laptops also have hard disk drives, USB drives, etc. for input. Laptops have an inbuilt keyboard and an trackball or touchpad. It is which is used as a pointing device, as a mouse is used for this desktop. Workstations are single user computers that have the same features as PCs, but their processing speed matches that of the mini computer or mainframe computer. Workstation computers have advanced processors, more RAM, and storage capacity than PCs. Therefore, they are more expensive and powerful than a normal desktop computer. Network computers have less processing power, memory, and storage than a desktop computer. These are specially designed to be used as terminals in a networked environment. Handheld computers. The mid 1990s witnessed this small personal computing devices that are commonly known as handheld computers or mobile computers. Handheld computers are very small in size and hence they have small sized screens and keyboards. These computers are preferred by business travelers and mobile employees whose jobs require them to move from place to place. Some examples of handheld computers are as follows: smartphones. These are web enabled phones. They also facilitate the users to access the internet and send emails, edit Word documents, generate an Excel sheet, create and enables it to run various applications. The four major mobile operating systems are iOS, Android, BlackBerry OS, and Windows Mobile. Smartphones also have a CPU. more storage space, more memory, and for larger screen than a regular cell phone. Tablet PCs, it is a computing device that is smaller than a laptop but bigger than a smartphone. Features such as user friendly interface, portability, and touchscreen have made them very popular in the last few years. Some operating systems that are used in tablets are Android Jelly Bean, an open source operating system built by Google, Windows 8, and iOS developed by Apple. The following are the uses for tablet PCs: view presentations, video conferencing, reading ebooks, e newspaper, watching movies, playing games, sharing pictures, video, songs, documents, etc. Browsing the internet, keeping in touch with friends and family on popular social networks, sending emails. Business people use them to perform tasks such as editing a document, exchanging documents, taking notes, and giving presentations. Tablets are best used in crowded places such as airports and coffee shops, where size and portability become more important. Applications of computer. Let us discuss how computers are being effectively utilized to perform important tasks. Word processing software enables users to read and write documents. Users can also add images, tables, and graphs. For illustrating a concept, the software automatically corrects spelling mistakes and includes copy paste features. Internet is a network of networks. It connects computers all over the world. It gives the user access to enormous amount of information, much more than available in any library. It allows users to access email, chat, video conferencing tools, etc. Digital video or audio composition. Computers make audio or video composition and editing very simple. This has drastically reduced the cost of equipment to compose music or make a film. Graphics engineers use computers for developing short or full length films and creating 3D models and special effects in science fiction and action movies. Desktop publishing software enables us to create page layouts for entire books. Let us now have a look at the different areas where computers are being widely used. E-business. E-business or electronic business is the process of conducting business via the internet. This may include buying and selling of goods and services using computers and the internet. Use of emails and video conferencing technology has revolutionized the way business is being conducted these days. The following are techniques in which e-commerce help users to conduct a business transaction, business to consumer or B2C. In this form, electronic commerce business companies deploy their websites on the internet and sell their products and services to the customers on their websites. Provide features such as catalogs, interactive order processing system, secure electronic payment system, and online customer support. Business to business or B2B. This type of electronic commerce involves Business transaction performed between business partners. For example, companies use computers and networks to order raw materials from their suppliers. Companies can also use extranets to supply their products to their dealers. Consumers to consumers, C2C. This type of electronic commerce enables consumers to carry business transactions among themselves. Electronic banking, e-banking, bioinformatic. Bioinformatics is an application of computers technology to manage large amount of biological information. Healthcare. Here is the following areas in which computers are extensively used in healthcare. That is storing data, surgical procedures, better diagnosis and treatment. Geographic information system and remote sensing. Geographic information system is a computer-based tool for mapping and analyzing of Earth's features. Remote sensing is the science of taking measurements of the Earth using the sensors on aeroplanes. Like monitoring deforestation in Amazon basin. These are the examples. Next, meteorology. Meteorology is the study of atmosphere. The application includes the weather forecasting, aviation meteorology, agricultural meteorology, nuclear meteorology, maritime meteorology, multimedia and animation that combines still images, moving images, text, and sound in meaningful ways. Legal system. Computers are used by lawyers to shorten the time required to conduct legal precedent and case research. Retail business. Computers are used in retail shops to enter orders, calculate costs, and print receipts. Sports and sports computers are used to compile statistics, identify weak players and strong players by analyzing statistics, sell tickets, create training programs, and others. Simulation supercomputers that can access enormous amount of data are widely used in simulation tests. Astronomy spacecrafts are usually monitored using computers by keeping a continuous record of voyage and the speed. Education used in teaching, industry, and engineering. Computers are found in all kinds of industries such as thermal power plants, oil refineries, and chemical industries. Robotics. Robots are computer controlled machines. Decision support system. Computers help managers to analyze their organization. Expert system. Expert systems are used to automate the decision making process. Basic organization of the computer: input unit, output unit, CPU, memory processing unit, control unit, ALU, arithmetic logic unit. Explain the basic organization of the computer is input unit, output unit. In middle, control unit. Uh, above the control unit, memory unit or storage unit. Below the control unit, that is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. Computer is an electronic device that basically performs five major operations, namely accepting data or instruction, storing data, processing the data, displaying the data, controlling, coordinating the operations inside a computer. Input, process of entering the data, instructions into computer. The data and instructions can be entered by using different input devices such as a keyboard or a common scanner, this trackball, etc. Note that computers understand binary languages which consist of only two symbols 0 and 1. So it is responsibility of the input devices to convert the input data into binary codes. Storage is the process of saving data and instructions permanently in the computer so that they can be used for processing new line. A computer has two types of storage areas. Primary storage, also known as the main memory. It is the storage area that is directly accessible by CPU at a very high level, high speed. Drawback of the main memory is that it is volatile in nature, that is, as soon as the computer is switched off, the information stored get erased. RAM and ROM are the example of primary storage. RAM, it stands for random access memory. It is a temporary memory. That means it is used to store information that is used immediately. Once the computer is turned off, the data will be deleted. With the help of RAM, computers can perform multiple tasks like loading application, browsing the web task, editing in the spreadsheet, etc. There are two types: SRAM, static RAM, volatile stores until system is on; DRM, dynamic RAM, store binary bits in the form of electrical charges. ROM, it stands for read only memory. The data stored in this devices are non-volatile. That is, once the data is stored in this memory, cannot be modified or deleted. The memory form which will only read but cannot write. The information is stored permanently. There are three types in this. PROM, programmable ROM, data cannot be altered. EPROM, erasable programmable ROM, possible to erase the information. EEPROM, electrically erasable ROM, non-volatile memory used in computers, usually integrated in microcontroller. Secondary storage, also known as auxiliary memory. Auxiliary memory. This is just opposite of primary storage. It is basically overcomes all the drawbacks of the primary storage area. That it is very much cheaper, non-volatile, and use it to permanently store data and programs of those jobs that are not being currently executed by the CPU. Primary storage device, primary memory. Secondary storage device or secondary memory. It is temporary, volatile memory. It is non-volatile, permanent memory. Limited storage phase, huge storage space. There will be loss of data when power goes off. There is no loss of data when power goes off. Primary memory is known as main memory. Secondary memory is known as additional or back memory. Data is directly accessed by the processing unit. Data cannot be accessed directly by the processor. It is first copied from the secondary memory to primary memory. Only then CPUs can access it. Primary memory is costlier than secondary memory. Secondary memory is cheaper than primary memory. Processing. Processing of the performing operation of the data as per the instructions specified by the user is called processing. Data and instructions are taken by from primary memory and transferred to the arithmetic and logic unit, which performs all sorts of calculations. The intermediate results of processing may be stored in main memory as they may be required again. When processing completes, the final result is then transferred to the main memory. Hence, the data may move from main memory to ALU multiple times before the processing is over. Output is a processing of the giving the result of data processing to the outside world. The results are given through output devices such as monitor, printer, etc. The output devices therefore convert the result available in binary code into human readable language before displaying the user. Controlling unit. The control unit is the central nervous system of the entire computer system. It manages and controls all the components of the computer. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel.